Okay, so you know that thing you keep trying to force yourself to do, but you just can't? It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're not disciplined enough. It's not because you don't have the right motivation. It's because your brain knows how to do math. Welcome to Mini Memo Drop. I teach this formula to my grad students, and it really changes everything. E plus S plus P equals A. Energy plus safety plus pleasure equals action. Your brain is running this calculation on everything. I'm talking about everything. And if one of those variables is off, you're not going to be taking action. End of story. Here's what we forget. Or maybe nobody ever told you this. Your brain has these biological mandates that you cannot override. And those are conserving energy, seeking pleasure, avoiding pain, and reproducing. And then protecting those offspring until they're old enough to reproduce. But these mandates are not priorities. They're actual operating system requirements. You can try to white knuckle your way around them for maybe a day, but you will lose the war long term every single time. It's biological warfare, and you're just not equipped to go up against those big biochemical guns. So let me break down what's actually happening when you find yourself in a state of not being able to take action, not being able to move forward, not being able to take steps towards your goals. Energy. Your brain is calculating how metabolically expensive is this thing you want to do. If it seems impossible, your brain is going to flood you with resistance chemicals. Your brain would rather park your ass in a lazy boy with Netflix and DoorDash forever because it does not give a shit about your 5-year plan. It wants you to conserve energy. That's it. Next, we have safety. And I'm not just talking about physical safety. Of course, that counts. If you're about to jump off a bridge, the brain's going to send you some resistance to that. But I'm also talking about psychological safety. Your brain still thinks in terms of tribal dynamics. And so anytime we stand out or we get rejected or we fail in public, it's like being left alone in the desert or the jungle or the cave or wherever your tribe hung out to die. So that email you need to send, that post you want to do, that difficult conversation you should be having, those things are registering as actual threats to your survival. It sounds like an exaggeration, but it's not. Your nervous system cannot tell the difference between social rejection and a tiger. And then we have pleasure. If something feels boring, repetitive, frustrating, or just awful, your brain will treat it like poison. The wild part is that frustration is actually one of the key neurochemical drivers for building a new neural pathway. So the exact thing that would help you grow is what your brain is desperately trying to get you to stop doing and to avoid. So here's what you do. You hack the variables. That overwhelming project that feels impossible, you need to chunk it down until your brain stops panicking about the energy cost. Ask yourself, what's the smallest step I could take here? What would be the easiest thing I could do? So small your brain can't argue with you. And when your ego pipes into the conversation and starts to tell you, that's too simple, that will never work, that kind of step will never move us where we actually want to go, again, that is just your brain trying to keep you parked on the couch. In terms of safety, you have to talk to your nervous system like it's a scared animal, because it basically is. You need to calm it down, nurture it, hold it, create space for it. Tell it, we're safe right now. We're building resilience. We're becoming someone who moves forward. Breathe. Ground yourself. In this situation, your nervous system needs reassurance. It doesn't need logic or shaming or forcing or quitting. In terms of pleasure, get creative. I literally bribe myself through doing my taxes by focusing on how I will feel when they're done. It's going to feel like I just had a 3-hour massage or like I just did the best workout of my life. So you can tap into the feeling of completion to create motivating pleasure to get you through it. That feeling of being done with my taxes is what pulls me through the agony part of organizing everything for the accountant. So your brain is always and forever doing exactly what it was designed to do, which is keep you alive and conserve every bit of energy that it can. But we're not trying to just stay alive anymore. We're trying to build something, to create something, to become something. And in order to do that, you've got to be able to work with the math. E plus S plus P equals A. That's the formula. Now you know why you're stuck. So that thing you've been beating yourself up about not being able to do, not being able to make meaningful action on, your brain did the math and said, absolutely not. And it's not because you're weak, not because you're incapable. It's because the equation doesn't equate. So stop giving yourself some moral adjective about how you are when it's just biological. Stop thinking you need more discipline. Stop buying another productivity app. You just need better math. Fix the variables and the action will follow. Go bet on yourself.